What's up, YouTube? With the number 3 Texas player, our San Antonio Texas player, Ryan Brown.
I'll let that slide. Right.
Show us your deck.
It's standard yveltal.
Yveltal 3.
3 yveltals, pretty standard. It's, in my opinion, the best attacker pre-Primal Clash. After Primal Clash, I'm not sure what will happen. To be completely honest, I believe it will stay relatively good. I mean, it's stayed good so far, so why not, you know? Darkrai did the same thing until Yveltal came out, and it was like, all right, Darkrai, move over. Yeah. And speaking of which, got 2 Darkrai's right here. There are some games where you can do some neat things with Night Spear, or, you know, I think it's pretty cool that, you know, if you get your opponent's Pokemon down to 150 or something, you can block them out of the game by just stacking 2 energies on here and threatening a knockout, you know, putting a soft lock on them, sort of. It's pretty cool, but other than that, you just use Dark Cloak. So, yeah. I don't really like attacking with it because it's too big of an investment. Then we have 2 Full Art Toads, because Full Art Toad looks better.
Best card in the format.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best attacks in the format. I don't think it's the best attacker. I think Yveltal, definitely best attacker. Seismitoad, best attack, I guess. If that makes any sense. But he's really good for just stalling out the game. You know, if your opponent is playing a Toad deck, you go Toad and slow them down as well. Because without their lasers, they really can't put out the same amount of damage you do. So you can lock out the late game with Yveltal, and that's kind of how you beat Seismitoad decks. But other than that, it's really good. Slow down stuff like Night March, etc., etc. So good. Just lock your opponent out of items. Slows them down. Huge. So it allows you to get your Yveltals going, you know, it's great stuff. And then we have this little guy. He's pretty good. You know, another starter option in the deck. Really, you can start with anything except Darkrai, because he takes too long to power up. Oblivion Wing's really good. You know, give back your energy into play. It's also a non-EX, so you can attack through. It's 1 prize, so you can make them take 7 prizes, which is 1 of these guys and 3 X's. Don't ever play down the second one. I mean, you can play down the second one in certain games, but usually you don't. Let's see, what else is there to say? You can use Darkness Blade, kill Safeguarders. It's pretty good. Yeah, other than that, just Oblivion Wing, set up things, make them go for 7 prizes. No, that's not the last card. Next we have Keldeo EX. For Russian ability. Yeah, just to get out of poison and laser flips and sleep flips in general. Just, you know, yeah, just get out of conditions. That's really what it's for. Helps in the Toad exchange and whatnot. Yeah, it also, when you put down a Keldeo with an energy, or just a Keldeo in general, it usually threatens your, you know, it keeps your opponent from locking you out with Lysander, because they're less likely to try to lock you out with Lysander if you have a Keldeo on the bench, because they know you're just going to rush and retreat, so what's the point? A lot of players won't take that risk at that point if you have a Keldeo out. Last poke, Spirit Tomb, really good against, you know, G-Booster. When they have when they have access to G-Booster, they can wipe out your energies with really minimal investment, unless they're bad and go aggro, and they'll run themselves out of energy. But usually, good players know how to play G-Boosters, so this really stops them. They basically have to, you know, what do you call it? Red signal it up and kill it, which gives you a turn and all sorts of stuff. So it's really good. You can also do some cute things, like if you play your A-spec, you can throw this down. Keep them playing their A-spec, and that's it for the supporters. I don't play Jirachi because I just don't really want to make the room for it. I kind of like Keldeo over the Jirachi just because it's good against Toad and stuff like that. Next we go on to supporters. 4 in, pretty standard. I don't know. People seem to be cutting it. I don't really like that. I love its consistency. 6 cards is better than what a lot of other cards will get you. Also, it's disruption in late game, so. Next we have Juniper. Really, there's nothing to say about Juniper. We all know what it does at this point. It's just
one of the best supporters, probably.
It's the best supporter, in my opinion. Then we have Chorus.
Another really good supporter.
I like it. It's good. It's really good. If it wasn't for other cards, I probably wouldn't run as many Chorus as I am, just because I really don't like starting with it. You know, we all know how starting with it is. So
Chorus for 1.
Yeah, Chorus for 1. Great plays. Yeah, I don't like sitting Chorus for a couple of turns till a bench full. So, anyways, 2 Lysander. I know a lot of people have been going up to 3. I like that idea. I really do. I just don't want to cut out consistency and other things like that, so I'm gonna stick with 2 for now. Next, Shauna. I don't like Bike. It's bad against Toad. Shauna's bad against Blockade, but Blockade isn't a very well played deck, so screw that, Shauna. Yeah, just shuffle and draw 5. It's not as good as 6 cards, but it gets there most of the time. It's definitely better than not having a supporter, I'll tell you that. Trump card, just to get your lasers back and stuff. I don't know. I'm trying it out. I could cut it, but right now I'm gonna just continue trying it out. Just get back all your resources. Get back your DCEs, because E-Hammer kind of sucks, and getting back energy switches to pull off sick moves is always fun. Center Lady for Toads, and really that's kind of it. I mean, it's good in the mirror because you take you can sometimes. It's good
against lasers.
Yeah, it's just good against lasers in general. But the mirror, wipe out maybe a turn or 2 of Oblivion Wing or what have you. It's good against Toad. That's its main purpose in here is, yeah, it's good against Toad. I think that's been a lot of the things I've been saying is it's good against Toad, but yes, it's
Toad's
good.
really good.
Toad is just that
Toad
good.
Is really
it really
good.
is that good. 4 lasers. Since it came out, it's been one of the most hotly debated cards. It's always been one of the best item cards in the game. People hate it because of its sleep flip, but
really good.
That's why we play Keldeo and other things.
Center Lady.
Yeah.
It's really good though.
Yeah, it's really good for getting that extra down. Yeah, it gets you that extra 30 that you need. Sometimes it allows you to put pressure on if you don't take knockouts, especially with Toads. Again, we're going back to Toad. Energy switch. I like it. I kind of want to cut 1 for a switch, but we're going to stay with 3 because it's consistent. We can pull out surprise moves. Especially with Keldeo in the deck. I think 3 energy switch is pretty good. I like it. Yeah, wouldn't go less than 2, honestly. I know you can, but I wouldn't. It's just a good card. 3 Muscle Band. I'm not really going to say much about this card. It is what it is. We all know what it does.
20.
If you don't, it does extra 20 damage, helps you get knockouts, and etc. etc. Really, really good. Also, before, I used to hold them a lot, be real conservative. just because unless I needed them, because I didn't want them to get megaphoned away and stuff like that. But now, that's not really a thing, and more so a thing is head ringers and stuff like that. So
you want to put them on.
Yeah, you want to put them on before your opponent can head ringer you. Also, you want to get them out before Toad locks. So that's another thing. So you don't really have to be as conservative with them nowadays. 3 Ultra Ball.
Not much to say about it.
Yeah,
really good.
Ultra Ball, I love Ultra Ball. I love it. I know a lot of people don't like it because it makes you discard resources. I've gotten over the fact that it makes you do that. I just like its versatility.
Trump card.
Also, Trump card gets you back those resources.
And then this also gets it back too.
3 via Seeker. I know players going up to 4 and stuff like that. I don't know. It's bad against Toad. Like I've really said many times, it's bad against Toad. But I still wouldn't go
without it, right?
I would not cut a second, one of them, even with Toad going around. It really is that good of a card. And sometimes your opponent misses a turn and Quake and Punch. You can just via Seeker, get rid of them. Happens a lot. It's just one of the best cards since it's come out. It really is that good. Then we have Enhanced Hammers.
Double colorless energy.
So good, so good. This card is so good right now. If you have the space in the deck to play Enhanced Hammers, seriously, do it. I wouldn't cut consistency for it, but if you have space in your deck, play these. These are so good.